Several screenshots were provided as proof of the intrusion, including emails between Walsh and the conservative commentator Steven Crowder, host of Louder with Crowder podcast. Oh my God, it's literally because, oh my God. Matt Walsh is now threatening to sue everyone. Okay, let's talk about that. That's the biggest story of the day. Matt Walsh has more than just hacked Twitter account. His SIM card was hijacked, or his phone was physically stolen, or maybe it's just really him. This person literally posted like, my Twitter isn't hacked. This is just the real me coming out. I can confirm Andrew Tate at Cobra Tate kidnapped and R-worded those girls. He added Ben Shapiro and said, you know what you did. You are a closeted homosexual and hide behind being Jewish. And he also said, my pronouns are that/N-word. Matt Walsh also tweeted, Joe Rogan is a pedophile, and also tweeted, I ain't a gangster, I'm a sassy shooter. Now, before that, the last thing that Matt Walsh had tweeted was that he was speaking at University of Iowa tomorrow night. Now, in this day and age, whenever, famous celebrities get their shit stolen regularly and then end up selling laptops for 7.5 days, watching the stream from a laptop I just bought from Anya Taylor-Joy. So cool. There is 0% chance that Anya Taylor-Joy is out there selling laptops, okay? Oh yeah, here, I'm selling my used laptop. Okay, bro. What? Her Twitter got hacked and is being used for scams? Oh, that's funny. I think Twitter just straight up doesn't have a support team anymore. A-list celebrities account being hacked and used to fish payment from fans isn't something that used to just stay unresolved for 24 hours. What? 4 sold so far, 6 more left, so here's what I'll do. If you buy 2 at once, I'll let it go for $1,000 total. Damn. Yo, Anya Taylor-Joy is falling on hard times, dude. What the f? She needs this money. I know you guys love me, but when you message me with no intentions of buying, I lose the people who actually do want to buy, so my team is forced to block you. That's the real Queen's Gambit, if you know what I'm saying. Those celebrities don't have the unfettered access, the unrestricted access to Elon Musk that everyone's favorite anti-trans stochastic terrorist has, which is precisely the reason why Twitter immediately took action and deleted all the fake tweets from the hacked account, and also protected Matt Walsh pretty aggressively. That protection also extended to journalists who were trying to figure out who hacked them and why they hacked them and what kind of information they had access to, they were privy to. Okay, this in and of itself is certainly, like, this action is certainly illegal. It's I hate to see it. I mean, really messed up, guys. I am really so I'm mad. Okay, now that I said that though, Matt Walsh is back. He's on Twitter and he is threatening to sue anyone and everyone. Over the last year, my family's been harassed, threatened, doxxed, and now we can add hacked to the list. Apparently, the hacker had an insider who gave him access to my phone. A lot we still don't know. No, what ended up happening is what is known as SIM swiping, a process in which someone will social engineer themselves as though they are a loved one of Matt Walsh, or someone like, someone who has access to Matt Walsh, or someone who can portray themselves as Matt Walsh. They have an inside guy that is usually at whatever ISP that Matt Walsh is at, and they are able to swap the SIM card and basically turn their phone into Matt Walsh's phone, especially if it's paired up with like passwords. Then all of a sudden, boom, you're in. You control everything that Matt Walsh has ever done and have access to all the information Matt Walsh has ever put out there, both in private and in public. It's pretty terrifying. Okay, for those of you who don't know, Matt Walsh is, by his own words, a theocratic fascist and a best-selling children's author. He is one of the worst anti-trans accounts on here, and of course, for that reason, Elon Musk loves him. And the journalist Del Cameron, who wanted to contact the hacker, was banned after writing an article and reaching the hacker and writing an article about why the hacker hacked Matt Walsh. That's right. And when he did that, Andy Ngo and all the other weirdos chirped about the dude, and Elon Musk turned around and banned the hacker. I mean, this level of like personal attention for one individual Twitter user is wild to me, but not unexpected from Elon Musk. They do this all the time. Elon Musk literally runs this platform to get love from some of the worst motherfuckers on the planet, like Ian Miles Wrong or Andy Ngo. That's Mr. Free Speech for you. You need to be like an unhinged, psychopathic, right-wing weirdo, and as long as you say all that, as long as you say some psychotic shit on the platform. You have direct access to Elon, who's one of the most powerful and one of the most wealthy people on the planet, and he will work for you. He will do anything and everything for you. He will literally personally ban people for you. Okay? Now, Jeremy Boring, the co-founder and the co-CEO of the Daily Wire, tweeted out some stuff. Some details about Matt Walsh's hacking. You may be aware that Matt Walsh blog had his Twitter account hacked last night. What you may not know is that the attack went well beyond Twitter. The hackers have managed to gain access to, well, everything, including 20 years of Matt's emails. Holy a treasure trove. What scandalous information will the hackers find in Matt's email? I do not know. I'm sure I said things in my 20s that I wouldn't feel great having aired publicly. What will real Daily Wire's response to be to things 20-year-old Matt have said? Hashtag LOL. I highly doubt this. If it came out that Matt Walsh was seriously, doing criminal shit like pedophilia and whatnot, there is 0% chance that they would defend him. They would fire him. There are certain things that no matter what you say, there are certain things that even the right understands is toxic, okay? And there are certain things that even the right understands and will release you for. If he is, for example, openly fantasizing about white supremacist ideology, okay? Straight up, like, not just like anti-trans shit, okay? 100%. You're crazy. You're absolutely crazy if you think that that's not the case. This hack, as terrible and as invasive as it is just another day at the office for us. Here's what happened in the last 48 hours. Why is he posting his L's? Very weird. First, Matt Walsh blog was demonetized on YouTube for violating some opaque, arbitrarily applied standard or another related to speaking on the biological truth about Dylan Mulvaney. I can't be more specific because the capriciousness is the point for these platforms. At the exact moment Matt Walsh was being hacked by criminals, Michael Knowles was being evacuated from Pitt Tweet from University of Pittsburgh because of a violent riot protesting his speech in which trans activists and sundry of other leftists burned Michael in an effigy and tussled with police.
If it is false, then for the good of society, and especially for the good of the poor people who have fallen prey to this confusion, transgenderism must be eradicated from public life entirely. The whole preposterous ideology at every level.
That's just the last 48 hours, and that is in addition to all the usual death threats, harassment, and corporate targeting that are our daily companions at the real Daily Wire. Do assholes on the right make death threats against, say, AOC? Sure, and damn them for it. The difference for us is that virtually every institution in public life agrees we should be removed and silenced. That's pretty funny. You say that because that's not the truth. You literally just talked about a highly paid speaking engagement that one of your guys was involved in. What are you talking about? Michael Knowles is going to get paid. I know how these things work, okay? On the right, I know how they work. On the left is different. On the left is free 99. If you see someone, and I don't mean like Hillary Clinton talking to Goldman Sachs, but if you see like an activist or even someone like myself do a speaking engagement, that's $0. Okay? 0. You see Ben Shapiro go to a college campus. That's the Young Americans for Freedom Foundation greasing his wheels for like 75 grand. Oftentimes dono matched by alumni that are also conservative that make sure that you get like double the amount for a speaking engagement. These guys don't do this out of the kindness of their hearts. They don't do this because they truly believe it. They might, but it's certainly because they're getting well paid for these speaking engagements. Okay? Wait, the Clintons get speaking fees? What? Yeah, of course they do. Every wealthy liberal in a position of power gets speaking engagements from the corporations as like remittance for all of the crimes that they allowed them to get away with during their course of power. Welcome to the world, the real world. Anyway, we're continually fact-checked. Almost all facts are removed on appeal, by the way, but not before they have the desired effect of stunting our reach. Yeah. In addition to his Twitter account, Walsh's Google and Microsoft accounts appeared to have been compromised, granting doomed unfettered access to the right-wing host's private emails. Several screenshots were provided as proof of the intrusion, including emails between Walsh and the conservative commentator Stephen Crowder, host of Louder with Crowder podcast dated March 2014. The emails between Walsh and Crowder are largely benign, with Crowder introducing himself before he and Walsh began opining about the imminent collapse of the cable news industry, which has thus far failed to materialize. Walsh goes on to say his primary goal is growing his personal brand for profit. There's certainly plenty of money to be made when you can get millions of hits online, and I'm a capitalist and I have a family, so I've decided to start getting serious about that. Of course, I don't even think that they can lie about that. But yeah, I'm a capitalist, so I can be a bad person is always the funniest counter. Yeah. No, guys, left-wing people are the grifters. The hacker who acknowledged he was merely bored and felt like stirring up some drama. I noticed he panicked and removed his iCloud and stuff, Doom says, adding he didn't really care what Walsh had stored on it. I literally only wanted his Twitter account to make stupid tweets, and it worked. Why would he panic? I mean, dude, come on. Come on, guys. Matt Walsh is a psychotic freak, but like he's still a human being. Like you would panicked too if your shit was compromised. Come on now. Let's be real. There's like private information on there. You know what I mean? Photos of his family and shit. Like, I'm not trying to humanize him because he is the worst scumbag on the planet.
What's your opinion on anime? I think it's all satanic. I have no argument for it. I have no argument for why it's satanic. It just seems that way to me.
Oh my God.